What else do we need to talk about in news?
We need to talk about that Kevin Feige was speaking at a junket for Spider-Man Far From Home, and he did say that at some point it's likely that Tom Holland's Spider-Man... What's going on over there?
I just think he's trolling the fuck out of us.
Yeah? Okay.
He's like, sure, it could happen. Oh my God, it could happen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is that
He
what-
said
It's-
maybe.
Well, here's the quote.
That's
you
what I would
decide.
do.
Let's hear the words from the man's mouth. I think it's probably up to Sony. Sony has both of those characters and has Venom in their world. I don't know what their plans are for another Venom or if they're doing that, but it seems likely at some point.
I think that's more. I think that's more than a maybe.
Yeah,
I think
so too.
He's cagey. He always has
That's
been, right?
what I'm saying about
Yeah, but he always been cagey. But he also, when they asked him about Spider-Man at that Marvel announcement in 2014 or whatever it was, too, he's like, nah, probably not gonna, and not necessarily not gonna happen. But the way that he skated around it was like he left the possibility open. And then I think like 4 months later they announced the partnership. But this, to me, when he says it's up to Sony, well, then Sony would be pretty silly if they don't try to incorporate their two big characters that they've already, because Venom has crushed, regardless of what some people think about the movie, myself included.
Yeah, me too.
But it doesn't matter because it's a hit. It's a bona fide hit.
Yep.
And now you can put the two of them together. I would think that it would be smart to put Spider-Man in a Venom movie more so than putting Venom in a Spider movie. I think putting Spider-Man, especially after this movie that's coming out in a couple of weeks with what's it, Far From Home. I think once that comes out and it's going to be a pretty big hit. I think it behooves Venom to put Spider-Man in his film one way or another. What do you think, John?
I think they have one more movie left with Spider-Man, and then they have to renegotiate the deal.
Okay.
And I think that's going to be interesting to see, because I agree with you. I think it's better that Spider-Man appears in a Venom movie than Venom being like the main villain in a Spider-Man movie.
Right.
You can have that down the road.
Right.
But I certainly think Spider-Man should appear in a Venom movie so that something could be as a counselor. Because remember...
But they popped away from him being a villain already
exactly.
at the end of the first movie.
In,
He's not a
in the
villain.
comics, he actually tries to counsel Eddie a number of times about the usage of Venom and what he's doing.
Right.
He tries to help
Spider-Man
Eddie.
does.
Spider-Man does,
Yeah.
which they kind of alluded to in Spider-Man 3, that terrible Spider-Man 3.
And 90s cartoon.
Yes, right, in the 90s cartoon. So they try. So that could work, where maybe Venom gets a little too much for Eddie to handle, and Peter Parker has to kind of step into the situation and stop him from going too far.
You know what would be cool that they're probably not going to do is if Sony made an animated version of a Venom movie.
Yeah,
Similar to Spider-Verse.
Into the
That'd be pretty
Venomverse.
cool.
Yeah,
Or just
put
join the
Venom in the
in one of those
Spider-Verse
movies,
sequel.
exactly. Yeah.
You could do that too. That'd be
Ooh,
fun.
that'd be
Are they
great.
doing the
Yeah.
Spider-Verse sequel? Has that been announced?
I'm sure it is.
I can't see no reason why not.
Yeah,
The money it
I
made.
wonder.
What an Oscar.
Are they
Yeah.
gonna do anything with Donald Glover and Miles Morales in the
In
they
the-
hinted
in
at
the
it,
MCU?
obviously, in the MCU?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, they hinted. at it. He's the brother.
We talked about it yesterday. There's some reactions
the
out
uncle.
there.
The brother of his.
They said that there's some kind of mind-blowing stuff that happens in a post-credit scene, sets up
I've heard
something.
that too. Yeah.
So
Well, I talked to somebody yesterday
wouldn't
who
rule it
saw.
out.
Well, I talked to somebody yesterday who saw the movie, and
Spot from home.
yeah,
Okay.
and he really liked it a lot. Really enjoyed. No spoilers. Really enjoyed it a lot. But he said
you don't want John screaming.
I know. He said the second half of the movie is incredible, and he said do not leave. Got to stick around for the
Okay.
post credits.
I'm
he said,
excited.
There's one throwaway that they always do, but they
Yeah.
said there's one that just is incredible.
yeah.
So
So it's not Captain America sitting on a chair.
right, but although that was pretty funny.
That was
fun.
really good.
It's funny, but the
That's-
stupid ant playing. Like I couldn't stand that.
Oh, yeah, that was a
It was
bad
so
post-credit,
dumb
I agree.
with the ant playing.
Or what was that? Oh, it's not Marvel, obviously, but the